It's game time, MP. You ready to put that work in?
These are the games you have to win to be taken seriously.
It's going in! Oh, take over! Oh, that slipped out of my hand. What? No. I mean,
Look at the next one.
Yo. What?
AI, get serious. Come on. You're like money in the bank.
Yo, I think someone moved the basket or something. Oh, what's up? Yes, sir. That's all day.
All day, baby.
I can hit it from
One more.
anywhere. Oh, that was great. Oh, come on. Come on. sir. That's the way I back up my game.
Well, excuse me.
Yes. Easy work.
Yes, sir. That's the way I back up my game.
Now that's what I want to see.
Come on, MP.
Your confidence is gone now.
Game time, MP. Game time. What's up, MP?
Showtime, MP. True ballers only.
Visit the Celtics Ticketmaster to get yours today. Remember, Celtics fans, we still have tickets available for upcoming home games. Please stop by your nearest ticket booth for more information. Folks, don't forget that tonight is the game for Television Day. What better way to pass the year than with pictures of your favorite mascot, Lucky the Leprechaun? the word Celtics along with your issue and seat location to 55555. A member of our guest relations team will respond immediately. Attention Celtics fans at our next. Starting at the guard, 5'10", number 39, Tyler.
They say revenge is a dish that's best served cold. The good, young, we all grow old. In a world where you never fix you, and if he cries wolf, you can never believe him. Easy to say, so they say. Be a good boy, Johnny. Don't you ever play with? So they say, so they say. You gotta crawl before you walk and walk before you. So they say.
Welcome, everyone. Thanks for tuning in to 2K Sports for this NBA presentation. In this game, we'll see the Boston Celtics going up against the Brooklyn Nets. This is Brian Anderson. With me, Richard Jefferson and Grant Hill. And reporting courtside, it's Allie LaForce. And as the postseason nears, these power rankings really shape our expectations for the playoffs. You look at the Warriors, no movement for them, maintaining their top 10 spot.
Seeing where the Celtics are, they are a loaded team with lots of confidence. Now, sometimes that has produced problems, as we've seen in terms of overconfidence, which is why they don't own the top spot yet.
Now let's check out the starters for Brooklyn. Schroeder and Thomas make up the backcourt. Williams is out there with Trendon Watford. And it's Claxton in at the center, filling out the middle. And for Boston, the perimeter pairing is White and Brown. Jason Tatum out there with Luke Cornett, and it's Smooth in at the point. The season winding down here, Grant. Playoff seedings of the utmost importance.
You know, BA, you especially see the bubble teams giving that extra effort now. It's all hands on deck. Very little room for error.
And the tip goes to the Nets. Now Schroeder. Pass to Thomas. Down the pipe it goes. Schroeder with the assist.
In constant motion off ball, Thomas finds a soft spot and trusts the ball will find him back.
To the middle, Tyler. Nice dish, and the layup goes down.
Just taking it right to the rim, and no one was there to greet him.
Easy possessions like that literally are just a gift. You just dream of them. He'll gladly take those.
Now here's Watford. Right now contributing around 10.5 points a game. Williams from long range. Doesn't go, and he's 0 for 1 from the floor. And here are the Celtics, and they've been quite the story in the NBA this season. Stringing together 22 wins in a row and looking for more.
And to go on a winning streak this long, it takes more than just talent. This team has tremendous chemistry, and these pieces complement each other so well. It's also about listening to your teammates, your coaching staff, and not letting your ego get in the way of succeeding as a group.
There's no way that's the best look this offense can produce.
And you couldn't get a better shot off? Like, come on, you got to make the extra pass. Like, being a teammate will go so far in this league.
White against Thomas. No dice from 9 feet. The Celtics have gone 2 of 3 from the floor. Well, you look at Cam Thomas, Grant. You think he has the potential to be a star in this league?
Well, you know, it's tough to say, BA. He has a lot of talent, especially as a scorer. I think he has to keep evolving other parts of his game if he wants to become a full-fledged star.
And Brooklyn has possession. After the basket by Boston. Now the Celtics on the move. And Brown with the stuff.
Muscling that one in. JB is a strong individual.
Here's Schroeder, a reliable offensive contributor, putting up almost 14 a game. Thomas passes to Schroeder. Offensive struggles continue, missing again.
Still very early, but that's not the start they want. 1 for 5 shooting.
Here's Tyler. Brooklyn pulls it in. Last time they met in Brooklyn.
It was poor efficiency scoring the ball. They needed too many attempts to get their points.
Yeah, it looked like they were settling out there, not moving the ball enough to generate the type of shots that they want.
And again, it's the Nets missing. Celtics lead by 6. And let's send it over to Allie LaForce.
Hi, guys. Well, Smooth in their last game against the Nets was just insanity. He had 25 points and was locked in from distance. It was impressive. We should have expected a game like that, given his impressive form of late. We'll see if he keeps going tonight. Brian?
Great work. Thanks for that. And there's always the chance of a carryover effect into tonight's game.
I wouldn't put it past him, but it's tough to have back-to-back performances like that.
And his teammates shouldn't be relying on him to do that either. They need him to be ready to step it up.
He's checked in for Watford. Boy, it's been fun watching this player do his thing lately. Our player of the week for the Eastern Conference.
He's made himself the cornerstone of their offensive efforts recently, and he's providing for his squad in every regard on that end of the floor. Scoring, passing, picks, you name it, he's doing it.
Now here's Williams. Johnson passes to Thomas. Outside Schroeder. Screen by Claxton. 6 to shoot. And Schroeder with the 3.
Pick works well there, but the defense left a lot to be desired.
Yeah, that just comes down to a lack of effort. The defender has to do a better job fighting through the screen.
Nets trail by 5. And the Nets, one of a handful of franchises to have never won an NBA title, RJ.
I was fortunate to be on those Nets finals teams in 2002 and 2003. The combination of Durant, Harden, and Irving was supposed to end that drought and save this Nets franchise, but it was not to be. That is a perfect placement of that dime. Just guided it right to him.
Here's Tyler. The kick out to White. Thomas with a steal. And pushing it up the floor. Here comes Brooklyn. The rebound by Jason Tatum.
His consistency just hasn't been there this quarter in terms of his shooting.
Tyler with the bucket.
And what's working here, each guy is willing to make the next pass.
And Brooklyn with possession here. They trail by 6. They come into this one following the loss to Atlanta.
They definitely came into that one hoping to be competitive. Unfortunately, they were anything but.
You don't see a lot of blowouts in the NBA, so you're surprised whenever you see a lopsided score. Use the pick to perfection and got all the way to the rim.
Inside. Got it. Makes him 4 for 6 from the floor.
And they've settled in quickly today. A nice flow and rhythm to their offense.
And Schroeder has got the ball here for the Brooklyn Nets. Pass to Claxton. Back to Schroeder. Soft touch off the glass. Schroeder's got 7 points in the game. And we've got 28 seconds left in the first quarter. Tatum passes to Smooth. Rejected by Claxton. And the ball goes out of bounds. Last touch by Claxton. And it's time to take another look at that powerful block.
I mean, letting them know up front that he's on the hunt tonight and eager to knock away shots. I love it.
And Boston with some changes. Al Horford's checked in for Cornette. Hauser comes in for Brown. And Holiday subbed in for White. So Brooklyn going with almost an entire new group here. Watford's checked in for Claxton. Finney-Smith comes in for Williams. Hayes is checked in for Thomas. And Simmons is subbed in for Schroeder. Here's Hauser. Holiday, that one's good.
A consistent three-point shooter. You can count on Holiday.
Outside Simmons. Outside Johnson. Back to Simmons. No good on the buzzer beater. The baskets were coming early and often in the first quarter. Celtics out in front, up by 7. After this break, we'll be back with the start of the second quarter on 2K Sports. And thanks again for tuning in. If you're just joining us, we've played through 1 quarter of action so far. All right, guys, what do you think about the Celtics here in this one?
You can really see the strategy coming in. Get the ball into the painted area.
And let me tell you, when you establish a physical edge, it gives you a mental edge, too.
We've got Al Horford, and it's Keita in at the center position. That's the 5 to begin the second quarter for the Celtics.
What's up?
Well, Grant, with players getting bigger and more athletic, do you support moving the restricted area out?
Yeah, B.A., I would. We've seen a lot of injuries when defenders slide underneath elevated players on the drive. So cutting down that risk makes a lot of sense.
From deep, Johnson, and that's good. His first bucket of the game.
When you have a shooter like Cam Johnson, you're running that play with confidence.
Horford outside. Pass to Holiday. Takes a three. Out of bounds. It'll be Brooklyn's ball. And we got a quick moment to take a look at the long-term rebounding numbers over several seasons for Nicholas Claxton.
And we've seen a jump in the last few years in terms of his rebounding. The heart, the hustle, his ability to read shot trajectories and crash the glass at the right time, and his teammates really appreciate the hard work.
Outside Johnson. Off target with the three. Celtics lead by 7. 17-foot shot on the way. The rebound by Simmons.
Well, the defense didn't have any impact on that shot, but somehow he still misses it.
Second quarter, and we're just over a minute in.
Now, B.A., you know they would love for him to get more of those opportunities.
Well, that would cut into the deficit quickly if he does. Left side, Holiday. Hauser passes to Horford. Here's Tyler. Simmons defending. Tyler, no good.
Outstanding work to send him away. They sniffed that one out.
Outside Simmons. 11 feet out. Can't get it to go. Making him 0 for 2. For Boston, they've gotten only 1 of 4 shots to go in. Here's Tyler. Gets it. He's 6 for 10 and looking confident out there.
And he's coming off a huge performance, and his confidence couldn't be any higher. And his coach knows that, too.
When it ain't broke, leave it alone until someone stops him. Just let him roll.
Oh, yeah. That'll do it.
Wow, an emphatic two-handed slam. And Joe Mazzulla has called timeout. He wants a few moments to regroup with his players.
Give it up for Celtics Entertainment.
Some changes here for the Celtics. Cornette checked in for Queta. Jaylen Brown comes in for Hauser. And it's White in for Holiday. Nick Claxton, he's checked in for Brooklyn. Thomas comes in for Hayes. We're now about 2 minutes into the second quarter. White, the pass to Smooth. And the dunk to finish it off. A beauty.
Slams it down with 2 hands.
Man, they're really getting aggressive now. Now here's Simmons. In his last outing, 16 points for him. Outside Johnson. Back to Simmons. And he didn't get quite enough under that one.
Defense kind of rolled the dice there, and I'm a little surprised that it ended up going their way with the miss.
Brown, that's good.
A consistent shot for him. Brown likes the 3.
Nets trail by 10. Outside Simmons. Gets it to go. Makes him 2 for 5.
When they get their opportunity to punch it inside, they don't hesitate.
The Celtics have gone 4 for 7 in the second quarter. Up top, Brown.
2 minutes.
We've got 1:55 left in the first half of this game. Pass to Smooth. 4 on the clock. And again, Boston with the triple.
All game long, he's been getting to his spots, and the defense has yet to adjust.
All right, let's check in with Allie LaForce.
Nick Claxton, despite his relatively slender frame, is a hard-nosed defender. He said, "I bow down to no one. Every time I step on the court, I always have that chip on my shoulder. That's just the fiery competitor that I am. At the end of the day, I know when I'll hang my hat on, the defensive side of the ball." Brian?
Okay, Allie, thanks for that.
And just not letting up at all. I mean, you have to love this approach. You want to get the ball to the guys who make plays.
This is when good players really get after it. He can sense that they're reeling, and he's going to put his foot on the pedal.
And Jordi Fernandez calls timeout. I think right now he must be looking at some adjustments. Jason Tatum, he's checked in for Horford. We are getting deep in the season. Let's see the standings out east. Taking a look at Boston, they're in the pole position right now for the top seed in the conference. And of course Brooklyn, well, they haven't had the season they wanted so far.
Well, for the Celtics, their fans were expecting a lot from this team this year, and they haven't disappointed them. It's been a terrific season, and they're far from done yet heading into the playoffs. They are shooting it well from beyond the arc right now.
Boston leading by 9. Here's Tatum. Tatum drops the hammer.
Oh, this is how aggressive Tatum is. Excellent job of getting to the rim and a finish. Just light work.
Here's Schroeder. And he drains it. A solid 5 for 6 now.
And they seem to have found a nice groove here in the second period.
Boston has gone 3 of 4 from outside so far in the second quarter. Pass to Brown. White looking it over. Cornette passes to White. The kick to Tatum. Nifty move. And he gets it to go off the front iron. Tatum's got 6 points.
You know, I think this guy just loves the game of basketball. The preparation, the interaction with his teammates. He has fun out there on the floor.
Now here's Thomas. He had 25 points in his last game. Oh, and there's the whistle on the shot. So 2 free throws for him coming up. That one on White. Brooklyn shooting their first shots from the stripe in this game.
Shooting for Brooklyn, Cameron Thomas at the line for 2.
First one falls for him. And so it's Boston in command with a 13-point lead at the end of the quarter. They put in work down low, getting in close and scoring in bunches. More 2K action in just a moment.
Howdy, folks. I know you've all been clamoring to find out how the Rookie of the Year race is looking, and we are not letting you down.
We're in the home stretch. I don't know if I call these guys rookies now.
Yeah, we have some pressure-filled games coming up. In addition to everything else, we'll see who has that clutch gene. Now we'll take a look back at that first half. What an all-around performance it was for the Celtics.
They've had a lot of success in transition, running for their lives like a turkey in November. Bark, bark, bark.
I don't know that that's a great comparison or a good turkey sound effect. Neither is that. Appreciate you joining us. It's been our distinct pleasure, and I mean that. Let's now take you back over to the third quarter with Brian Anderson.
And with a big gap on the scoreboard, the second half begins with very different goals for these teams. One side trying to mount a comeback, one side trying to protect their lead. Celtics lead by 13. So on the floor for Brooklyn, Schroeder and Thomas make up the backcourt. Nicholas Claxton out there with Trendon Watford. And it's Williams in at the 3. Here's Tyler. This is the most they've led, 13 points. Claxton with the block. Here's Watford. Pass to Thomas. Over White. Thomas misses. And so it's Brown with it. He brings it up for Boston. Well, when this game is over and done with, they'll be off to Utah to take on the Jazz. That'll commence a long trip on the road. 6 games total. Now here's Brown. 5 points in the game. Now here's Tatum from outside the arc. And he drains it. A solid 5 for 6 now.
With his touch, Tatum's a threat from anywhere.
Nets trail by 16. Schroeder with it. 12 points for him. Right side, Williams. Screen by Claxton. Williams misses.
There's no way that's the best look this offense can produce.
And you couldn't get a better shot off? Like, come on, you got to make the extra pass. Like, being a teammate will go so far in this league.
Here's Tyler. He's got 19. Brown scanning the floor. They get it again. The kick to Tatum. Pass to Smooth.
And just a great job of getting there first and absorbing the contact. Just their second turnover of the game. Impressive how mistake-free they've been.
Al Horford's checked in for Boston. Nets trail by 16. And here's Schroeder, a reliable offensive contributor, putting up almost 14 a game.
And you can expect him to make it when the D is trash like that.
Pass to Tatum. 2 minutes gone in this third quarter now. Here's Tyler. It's deflected.
And they have been cold coming out of the break, only getting one of their first 4 shots to drop this half. Got to pick it up.
Thomas passes to Watford. And he takes the fantastic lead pass up strong for the slam.
Flying in with the one-hand slam.
That right there was a statement finish. And Joe Mazzulla has called timeout. He'll take the opportunity to regroup.
Give it up for Celtics Entertainment.
Walker's checked in. All right, let's take a break and take a look at which teams have been lethal from outside the arc during the last month of play. Number 1, Boston.
And look, that stat is absolutely no fluke. It's just a matter of getting hot from long range. They are working hard to find good, open looks from the perimeter.
Here's Tyler. 19 points in the game. Here's Tatum. The top of the key jumper is on the mark. Tatum's got 14 points.
See, this is what I like about Tatum and the way he uses the pick. That extra room is all that's needed for him to score.
Schroeder passes to Thomas. Claxton a screen on White to the inside. And Claxton throws it down.
He just rises up and throws it down hard with one hand.
That is such a go-to move for him. He holds nothing back on those. And you watch Cam Thomas. Talk about a scorer's mindset, RJ.
Yeah, he's a tough matchup. He's proficient and efficient from all three levels. He is as confident as they come.
Johnson, he's checked in for Brooklyn. Simmons comes in for Thomas. Celtics lead by 10. The core of this team, Brown and Tatum in the front court. Then there's Drew Holiday. Then there's Luke Cornett. And it's Smooth in at the point. That's who's in the game for the Celtics. Now here's Holiday. Out left to the wing. Here's Tyler. Kept alive by Boston.
The D has to respect his range. He made 2 in the first half, and he's capable of draining even more here in the second.
Hayes, the pass to Simmons. Finney Smith, a screen. Baseline jumper. And it's Simmons missing. And so Brown will bring it up for the Boston Celtics. Here's Tyler. It's Hayes with the rebound.
Everything right except the finish. Have to keep focused all the way through the play.
Down low. Out of bounds. It'll go to the Celtics. Derek White's checked in for Holiday. About 1 minute played here in the fourth quarter. Pass to Smooth. Outside Tatum. Tatum on the drive. Ooh, he took a hard foul on the shot. So he'll head to the line to shoot a pair.
The length and athleticism of Tatum is something else. Like, you can't blame the D for fouling him there. That's just something that's going to happen.
And a moment now to quickly take a look at the offensive approach for Boston.
Oh, they're moving the ball around so well, guys. Quick passes, letting the next guy do the work if you don't have a look.
And we also got to talk about the number of points they've scored in transition. Just jumping all over the opposition in this regard.
And the first one at the line is good.
We talk about Tatum's offense, and for good reason, but his play on the defensive end is really valuable for this team.
And so Tatum nails both of them. A few possessions into the fourth, just over a minute played. Outside Simmons. Right at the free throw line. Boston with a rebound. Brown's got 4 rebounds now.
And they're +5 on the boards after that rebound.
Tatum finds White. Here's Tyler, covered by Johnson, to the middle. The kick to Tatum. 6 on the shot clock. To the wing on the left. Gets stolen by Johnson. Knocks it loose. And as it goes out of bounds, Brooklyn able to keep possession.
He clipped the ball there, but not enough to nab the steal.
That's fine. You love the effort, not making things easy for the opposition on offense.
So Brooklyn ends up going with a new group. And as it goes out of bounds, Brooklyn able to keep possession. Outside Schroeder. Thomas outside. Fires the 3. Boston with a rebound. White's got his 5th rebound in this one. And here's Brown for 3. Boston no good that time either.
And I'm surprised that didn't go down. I mean, I'm sure he is too.
Williams passes to Schroeder. Back to Williams. Shot clock at 6. Claxton a screen on Brown. Williams from long range. And it's Cornette with a rebound. Cornette's got his 5th rebound in this one. Here's Tyler. Tatum passes to White. And the shot is good on the assist by Tatum. And the Celtics lead by 15.
Yeah, Tatum read the floor and fed the best guy he could find.
Brooklyn has gone 0 for 2 from outside here in the 4th quarter. And the timeout called here by Jordi Fernandez. He's looking to make some very important adjustments here. Let's check in with our reporter, Allie LaForce.
Well, over the break, I listened in on Jordi Fernandez's huddle. He told his guys to, quote, turn it up, going on to say, only way we get out of this hole is with effort, incredible effort. So show me what you can do out there. It's a big ask, but we'll see what happens. Back to you.
Okay, good stuff. Thank you, Allie. Thomas passes to Williams. And here's Claxton. Watford outside from behind the arc. Boston pulls it in. And we're about 3 minutes into the 4th now. Pass to Smooth. Gets the jumper from the corner to fall. Tyler's got 21 points in the game.
And they just continue to attack, even late in the game, while they're up big.
If you want to be great, you have to have that killer instinct.
Schroeder. And that one off the back of the rim and in. 1:46 left to play in the fourth quarter. Celtics lead by 15. Back to White. Over to the left wing. From the arc. And again, Boston with the triple.
This is what it's been since halftime. Remarkable results from downtown.
In the modern NBA, you have to hit threes to win games, and they've made that adjustment since the break.
Now here's Thomas. Pass to Williams. Now that we have a few years of reference, it's safe to say the NBA play-in tournament has been a roaring success, Greg.
Yeah, I agree, B.A. And people forget it was created in the peak of the pandemic. The league set up a lifeline for teams that lost key players to COVID, but it has turned into something much, much greater.
Shooting two.
And he drops the first. So Boston ends up going with a new group. So Brooklyn going with almost an entire new group here. Simmons is checked in for Claxton. Finney-Smith comes in for Watford. Johnson, he's checked in for Williams. And Hayes is subbed in for Thomas. And so it's Boston easily grabbing this one. Boy, they were something special to watch tonight, and the crowd loving every second of it.
It's always a great feeling when you play this well for your fans. This team really showed what it's capable of.
Well, folks, that's going to do it for now. For Allie LaForce, Grant Hill, and Richard Jefferson, this is Brian Anderson, thanking you for watching the NBA presented by 2K Sports. We'll see you next time.
Keep it up, MP. Keep chopping wood.
activity.
Well, you know, I've been doing a bit of skimboarding lately.
I love being on the beach.
right? Isn't that what I said?
Great win tonight, MP.
No excuses tonight, because I know you didn't go out last night.
They give you the typical day of a chicken. Oh, well, first go out of the coop. You go into the run. You eat your cabbage, eat your food, drink your water.
Hey, so this Sunday, hoops and hamburgers, my place.
Cooking?
On and up.
They're like a chocolatey color, and then they just kind of go lighter from then on. So like just different shades of brown. That is so cool.
Let's keep this winning streak going.
be enjoyable and incident-free.
Oh, say does that star-spangled...
Welcome to the weekend, everybody. Let's get it going with NBA action on 2K Sports. This is Kevin Harlan with Greg Anthony and two Hall of Famers. Doris Burke here at the table, and on the sideline, David Aldridge. With 10 games left, let's see how the playoff race is shaping up out east. You look at Boston. They've continued to play strong basketball, if not utterly dominant, as the last part of the season grinds toward the playoffs. And it looks like, guys, they'll hold on to that #1 spot the whole way there.
And you know, for the Celtics, their fans had high hopes for them this season, and they have not let them down. It's been a fantastic campaign thus far, and they really are set up perfectly for a deep run in the playoffs.
And now the opening lineup for Boston. The small and power forwards, the star pair of Brown and Tatum. Smooth out there with Derek White, and it's Cornette in at the 5. And for Utah, the guard pair, it's George and Sexton. Then there's Grayson Allen. Then it's Collins, and it's Hendricks in a power forward position. Well, we are quickly reaching the end of the regular season. Doris, are you as excited as I am for the playoffs coming up?
Definitely, Kevin, and I know it's on the players' and coaches' minds. It's right there waiting for us. But let's remember, the most mature teams, the best teams, recognize games are still to be played. You cannot let the playoffs distract you from what's in front of your face.
And so it's the Celtics getting on the board first. Collins passes to Hendricks. And right away, they match it with a three-pointer of their own.
The real. Come at us, and we're coming right back at you.
And you would expect nothing less from these two, taking pride and making plays.
And once he got to the 10, I think he was surprised to find himself that wide open.
And I think defensively, that is not the way you want to start. Giving up high percentage looks, that doesn't typically end well.
Pass to Sexton. Back to Collins. Here's George, and it's George finishing it off.
Deontay George with the elevation. How about that vertical, folks?
We play just over a minute here in the first. Well, Greg, over the last few seasons, one area of consistency for the Jazz has been their rebounding.
Yeah, and they have some size, and they make controlling the boards a focal point. When you're playing Utah, you better be ready to put a body on somebody.
Outside for Sexton. A three-pointer, no good. For Boston, they've gone 2 of 3 here to start up the game. Utah has gone 1 of 3 from beyond the arc so far in the game. Pass to Allen. Here's Hendricks. The three-pointer off the mark. Here's the teardrop. White, good.
Soft touch by Derek White. The floater, not an easy shot, but he puts that one on target.
And here's Collins. The Jazz again can't hit it.
Hard to figure out how he doesn't knock that one down. No defender in sight.
And White with the stuff.
Derek White saying it's not just the big fellas who've got some hops. I can put it down. Yes, sir.
Allen outside. A three-pointer is right on target.
not going to miss that sort of an opportunity from deep.
The Celtics have gotten 4 of 6 field goal attempts to drop in the first quarter.
Good way to start this game. You want to get him rolling as early as possible.
He's a guy who, if he gets hot, he can carry your offense for long stretches.
Hits the three-point bomb.
You can see Keontae George, a guy who can score it, but that ability to pass and complement that scoring so critical.
Let's check in with our reporter, David Aldridge.
Hey guys, well, Smooth in the last game against the Nets was a man on a mission. He scored 24 points and he was in a rhythm from both three-point land and the foul line. It was the kind of incredible performance you expect from a star like him, but still fun to watch. Guys?
Thank you, D.A. Win or lose, Greg, it's amazing the impact he can have on the game.
Yeah, in that last one, he was making plays all over the court. No one could match up with him.
Pretty much in attack mode the whole evening. We'll see if he plays with that same level of aggression here tonight.
That free throw missing. And when you look at John Collins' advanced numbers, Doris, they jump off the page.
Yeah, probably the advanced numbers you're referencing, Kevin. Offensive rating, true shooting percentage. And when you look at it through that lens, Collins is absolutely able to score from a variety of spots on the floor, and the guy's an absolute terror on the glass.
And he dunks it down.
Boy, you can see Tatum continues to grow his game with a play like that. That is nicely done.
And we're approaching about 3.5 minutes played in the first quarter. Outside, George, and there's the drive. Off on the layup. Boston leading by 4. And Tyler kicks to Tatum. And it's Utah with the rebound.
That's the kind of D you need when he's got the ball near the hoop. They were all over him.
Allen with the ball. Out guarded by Tatum. 1:04 left in the first quarter. The Jazz with another miss. Celtics have gotten 7 of their first 10 attempts to fall so far. Excellent pace to their offense. A nice shot by Tyler.
This is as good as it gets for a first quarter in terms of shooting the basketball.
George passes to Sexton. Allen outside. Covington kicks to George. Collins a screen on Holiday. Sexton for 3. The Jazz again can't hit it.
Boy, a tough go for him in this quarter. You can see how desperately he wants to get things started. He just can't make a shot.
8-second difference between the shot clock and the game clock. Brown dishes to Holiday. The Celtics working the ball around now. Tatum passes to Tyler. The kick out to Brown. Just 2 to shoot. Tyler, no good.
Not sure what the D was doing there. Clearly a breakdown. You can ill afford to give a guy like him that good a look.
Sexton's shot is good.
Well, there's an unpredictability to his offensive game. He is all...
he nailed it!
And give him credit. Good awareness of the time remaining.
And to me, the way you end quarters impacts how you end the game. It can go a long way between a W or an L.
And so it's the Boston Celtics, bringing the quarter to a close with a 7-point lead. They've been playing some ferocious defense. And we'll be back with you shortly. And if you're just joining us, we've played through 1 quarter in this one. And a closer look here at the scoring breakdown for the Celtics.
So far, they've moved the ball well, leading to open, high-percentage looks. Lots of assists in this one.
You know, also, they've been incredible on the fast break, taking those chances, playing with great pace.
We've got Robert Covington. He's out there with Drew Eubanks. And it's Mikhailuk in at the point. That's the group right now for Utah. And the way the Celtics can attack teams' doors with their 5-out set, it's impossible to fully defend it.
Kevin, there is so much space on the floor because they have shooters at every single position and guys who balance that shooting with an ability to get off the dribble drive. This is as good an offense as we've seen.
So it's the Celtics now. Albert Covington unable to get his last shot to go. For three, Hauser misses.
And you could tell he thought that triple was going to fall.
Second quarter, and we're just over a minute in. Pass to Sensabaugh. Driving inside. Eubanks. A second chance effort. He takes it up and lays it in.
What energy on the offensive boards. The defense can't match the effort, and they paid the price.
Hauser the pass to Cornette. And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line. Greg, we know about the Euro step, but is the D-cell the next move that's getting more notice?
I think it is, Kevin, and you can see players have quickly incorporated that into their arsenal. It's been fun to watch, man, and I tell you, it creates some uncomfortable situations.
First one falls for. Of course, when you think of the Utah Jazz, where do they fit in a very competitive Western Conference?
Well, think about it, Kev. The Gobert and Mitchell era was successful, but they couldn't get to the ultimate prize. So then you trade those two players away, you get a load of picks. This is the direction you've chosen, but now it's going to take some time and some patience.
He hits both from the stripe.
This is what makes him a challenge to stop. He will beat you from the floor, and he can also beat you from the line.
Here's Collier. And that one, no good to start him off on the night. Celtics leading by 4. Tyler passes to Cornette. White, wide open. He fires. Plenty of room to knock down the shot. 6 points for Derek White.
Assists like that have typified their effort today. Terrific ball movement.
In front of you now is the list of teams that haven't missed many shots at all since the All-Star break. Number 1, the Celtics.
No doubt their offense has really hit its stride. I mean, they're making the extra pass and not settling for that first shot that presents itself. And you see that in their shooting percentage.
Looking at who's out there now for the Jazz. Collins comes in for Eubanks. And it's Colin Sexton in for Collier. Cornette kicks to Tyler. Pass to Hauser. White looking around. Fires for 3. That's in, and he found his range with that one. Now 1 for 2.
This is as pure a shooter as there is. You've got to stay connected or it's a problem.
Bombed up there for Collins. Here's Hauser. And a wide open look for Walker. And the Celtics hit again from deep.
Oh, great ball movement there.
And Will Hardy calls timeout here. He's going to have a discussion here on the sideline. George comes in for Mykhailiuk. And a change for the Celtics. Cade is checked in. George passes to Covington. Allen outside, looking to end the run, and he knocks down the jumper. Allen's got 5 points so far.
And the lack of effort to fight over the screen there makes that an easy shot.
You know, we see this all the time. You're basically, as a defender, hoping the man misses rather than putting in the work to get over screens.
Pass to Tyler. There's the three. And again, Boston with the triple.
All these threes they're giving up have really been the driving force on this run.
And we talk about Derek White. Doris, how impressive has his rise been?
Kevin, it's been both impressive and sometimes feels improbable. He was not highly recruited. There were no expectations on him when he arrived in the NBA. This guy has turned himself into one of the premier defenders from the guard spot, an excellent shot blocker, and so rock steady as a ball handler on the offensive end.
And let's head over to the sideline and catch up with David Aldridge.
Kevin, coming out of high school at 6'0", Derek White didn't receive any full scholarship offers. He says it was humbling, but it drove me to get better. Each time you have the doubters, you just put a little chip on your shoulder. The 29th pick overall in 2017, he's come a long way. Kevin, those chips are still there.
You're so right, David. Thanks. He's become a heck of a player. From deep, Walker. Again, the miss by the Celtics. Jazz trail by 11. Allen kicks to George. Sexton the pass to Collins. Down low, here's Allen. Nice pass. Led into the rack perfectly for the layup. Allen's got it back down to a single-digit deficit for the Jazz. Pass to Tyler. The rebound by the Jazz. They come into this having outplayed the Clippers last game.
Yeah, they put the defense on them. Aggressive, intimidating. They blocked a lot of shots in that one.
It was obvious. They pressured that team from the outset every trip down the floor. That will wear an opponent down over time.
And so it's Boston, with their lead standing at 6 points here at the end of the quarter. They're feeling very confident, shooting the ball with great efficiency and dictating the pace. And don't go away. We'll be right back.
Thanks for joining us. Through the first half, there is still some work to do for the Utah Jazz.
I like their approach on the boards. Get in there, establish position. Aggressively go after the ball, Ernie.
If they come out on top tonight, Shaq, that's how they're going to do it. By being more active and more physical than the other team.
And let's turn our attention now to the Rookie of the Year race.
These guys have made a great case all season long, Shaq. And now they're processing things even faster, making even better decisions. That's impressive.
Yeah, if your front office selected any one of these guys, you can say you won the draft.
And that about wraps it up. And as the third quarter is about to begin, we go to Kevin Harlan for the call.
And we've got second half action for you. Thus far, a pretty evenly contested game. What a game we're seeing from Smooth.
And the way that he has helped out with the ball movement has been a difference maker early on.
I don't know that you necessarily think of him as someone who's going to create for others, but boy, all night he's been willing to make the extra pass.
And here's George. He'll bring it up for the Utah Jazz. They trail by 6. Following this one, they get to host the Cavaliers. Starting off the second half, here's Joe Mazzulla's 5. And in the front court, Brown and Tatum. White is out there with Smooth. And it's Cornette in at the 5, roaming the paint. Here's Tatum. Hendricks pulls it in. Utah's gotten a lot of looks from outside tonight. 5 of 12. Stolen by Tatum. And pushing it up, here's Boston. Hammers it home to polish off the break.
Yeah, the evolution of Tatum as a passer is evident. This guy more committed than ever to making the right play.
George passes to Allen. Now here's Collins. To the paint, here's George. Count the basket.
And that assist got him a little nod from his teammate after that one.
Celtics leading by 6. White dishes to Tyler. 8 for 15 with that made basket, but he's not satisfied yet.
Terrific play call to give him a clean look at the rim. That's how you want to start the second half.
Well, there is nothing better than catching a rhythm as early as possible, and boy, that's a terrific start right there.
And Will Hardy calls timeout here. He wants to check in with his team and regroup. And now we bring you the rookie leaderboard, featuring the NBA first-year players who have been dominant on the glass for the past 10 games and counting. Well, you look at Smooth, a terrific rebounder, 5th overall.
He's gotten the opportunity to make a contribution, and the numbers, they followed. I mean, he's shown he can help them control the backboard.
Allen finds Sexton. First minute and a half of basketball here in the third quarter. Hendricks can't get it to go.
Not quite enough defense that time around. Just lucky he was off.
And that one's good. Tatum.
Boy, that's 3 for 4 this half. You like that they're starting with a little bit of extra energy. Nice.
Jazz trail by 10. George with the bounce pass. Collins in the post. And there's George. That's good on the assist by Collins. And that's now 6 points for George. Tatum wide open. He fires one. Good on the three-point shot. And the Celtics lead by 11.
Everything going to plan here to start the third. 80% shooting thus far.
George passes to Collins. Back to George. Again, the Jazz score.
And of the last 6 baskets, 5 have come on the interior. This is just smash mouth physical basketball, guys.
To the middle. Here's Tyler. And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul. Keontae George picks one up.
Yeah, good job to take it right at them.
The Celtics have had 2 chances at the line already, making them both. And the first one drops. Boston making some changes. Al Horford's checked in for Luke Cornett. And it's Drew Holiday in for White. So he gets them both.
An efficient night from the line. This is a guy who puts in the work and it pays dividends.
Outside, Sexton. It's Allen on the wing. He's covered by Brown. Hendricks can't get it to go. Celtics leading by 11. You know, Doris, from the moment Jason Tatum entered the NBA, he has been the guy on his team. How big a burden do you think that is for a player to carry?
Well, Jason Tatum, regardless of how much responsibility he has always worn it gracefully. This young man, from the time he was a little kid in St. Louis, has dreamed of leading an NBA team. He is doing exactly that.
And with an update from the sideline, let's check in with David Aldridge.
Kevin, thank you. The Utah Jazz last season became one of the first teams in the league to move their games to broadcast television. It's a gamble, but they just about tripled their reach. And with the rapid growth in the region, they have a chance to attract new fans. And Kevin, no doubt, other NBA teams are keen to see how this goes.
Oh, David, no question at all. And we thank you for your report.
Mind the lane.
With some changes, Eubanks, he's checked in for John Collins. And it's Collier in for Grayson Allen. Luke Cornett, he's checked in for the Celtics. Tyler comes in for Pritchard. A 3 off the inbound. A nice shot by Tyler. Tyler's got 9 points now in just the second half.
And they have been relentless from deep. And you see the defense trying to react, but to no avail.
Well, that's the whole point, isn't it? If you space the floor well enough, it's almost impossible for the defense to account for everyone.
We've got Collier. Drew Eubanks out there with Robert Covington. And it's Mikhailuk in at the 2 spot. That's the 5 on the floor for the Jazz. Pass to Sensabaugh. Tried to answer back, but that 3 is off the mark. And here's Tatum. He'll bring it up for the Celtics. 19-point lead, which is the largest margin in the game.
Robert Covington. That's his first personal foul.
And let's quickly check out the scoring breakdown here for the Celtics.
Guys, the D hasn't had an answer for the three-point shooting, which is why they continue to just fire away from deep.
I think it's also important we mention the number of assists this group has tallied. Their offense continues to just hum along right now. And after attempting no free throws in the first half, now he's putting the defense back on its heels.
Pass to Eubanks. Inside. Collier, that's good.
And the rebound and the follow show you what he is all about. Gritty and determined with a soft touch to match.
Brown finds Tatum. There's the pick. Holiday, no one around him. And out of bounds as the Jazz gain possession. Boston making a switch here. White's checked in.
Derek White.
Jazz trail by 18. Pass to Covington. Here's Mikhailuk. Fires the 3. And Tatum pulls it down. Tatum's got his 7th rebound of the game with that last one. Buries it down low. Tatum's got 14 points here in the second half.
When you allow Jason Tatum to build momentum offensively, it can be a scary night.
And he could not get that one to go. A lot of contact, and he'll go to the line for 2. And the NBA helping establish academies and even leagues, Greg, on foreign soil. Do you expect more to come?
I do, Kevin. I think the league recognizes it has a big role to play in the expansion of the game globally. Investments being made with the long-term view in mind.
The free throw drops for Collier. You know, Doris, we know how physical the NBA is, but can you talk to the importance of mental toughness as well, and what it means for a player?
Kevin, I don't think a player can be successful in the NBA, and certainly a team cannot, without some level of grit and mental toughness. And what does that mean? How does that manifest itself? It means handling adversity. It means overcoming a key injury. There's a toughness required to be amongst the smartest, most resilient players or teams in the NBA.
Here's Tyler. The shot's good. Brown making the play. And it's now 26 points for Smooth.
Guys, his consistency in terms of shooting has really helped them seize control.
Pass to Allen. Here's Hendricks. Good on the triple.
I'll tell you, he'll take that all day, every day. I'm sure he was shocked to find himself that wide open.
Allen against Brown. Nice ball movement by Boston. Tatum passes to Cornette. To the wing on the left. 6 on the shot clock. And the three ball is good. Tyler's got 9 points in the quarter.
And with that three, his second of the half, he's equaled his total from before the break.
Pass to Hendricks. Allen outside. From the arc. Nailed from three-point land.
And guys getting into a nice groove here, starting to feel it.
And this is partly what the game has become, right? A matter of dueling three-point opportunities.
Good.
A little artistry in the painted area, converting against the size.
Some guys just relish the challenge. Find a way, and he does.
Utah calls timeout. Deontay George, he's checked in for Utah. And Utah has possession. 19-point game. Pass to Allen. That's a 2 from Sexton. Nice open look, but it's no good.
You can't look at the result of that shot. They'll take that whenever they get it.
And they should, because it's when you start turning down that kind of look that your offense can start to bog down a bit.
The man has no heart, and that's poor defense for a team that has a long way to catch up.
Well, credit the offense, though. If you're going to come with casual defensive effort, this team's responsibility is to take advantage, and they do.
And look, he's not the best athlete, but he's able to create the space he needs to operate. Yes, and with this one winding down, it's obvious to everyone who watched it, just a total mismatch and a true show of strength for the Celtics.
It was a standout performance across the board.
I mean, it was like watching a cat play with a mouse. They were able to do more. less whatever they wanted.
And these guys have played very well this season, and this win tonight, guys will push their win column up to 55.
Really, they had their number this season. 2 wins, a home win, and an away win.
The one player that really stands out, of course, in this one, it was a dazzling game for Smooth.
What you love about his performance is that he is simply taking what the defense allows and then making the most of his opportunities.
Now, here's Tatum. Outside, White. Back to Tatum. Pass to Tyler. Fires from deep. Rebound, Utah. 23 seconds left in the fourth. Lobbed up there for Collins. Hammers the alley-oop through.
Just tremendous recognition from Collins there. Sees an opportunity to be a target at the rim, and his teammate puts it on time.
And that's just a risky play to make a heave like that. Not worth it.
And so it's Boston easily grabbing this one. To come into an opponent's building and dominate the way they did tonight says, I think, Greg, an awful lot about this team.
I guess they don't need home cooking to feel at home. I mean, Kevin, just a masterful performance all the way around.
Well, folks, that's going to do it for now. For Greg Anthony, Doris Burke, and David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan. Thanks for tuning in. We'll see you next time. Have a great evening.
Okay then, that's how we stand on business.
Wins pay the bills, baby.
This Portland crowd ain't ready for your flavor? Show 'em what's up.
out tomorrow's itinerary? I was just about to when I get back. What? Jen said that she's having second thoughts. Talking about don't mind his team. Not really, no. You're wrong. You're really wrong.
Took my kids to the ice show last weekend.
Oh yeah? I was up on top.
Oh, sat right near the glass.
I got the $20. You?
Saturday? Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Just thinking of playing some basketball.
Oh, that's nice.
Bring it all over. Yeah. Have a good time.
Sounds like fun.